Hey everyone, it's Hayden Reed, and I'm just making another video along with a lot of videos that people have been making. This is a gender tag video, so I'm going to be answering 10 questions that I have written down, just how I would answer them personally. So this video was originally made by Ashley Wilde, and her version of the video was really great. So and she challenged everyone, straight, gay, lesbian, bi, pansexual, transgender, whatever, to make their own version of this video. So this one's mine. Start with question 1. How do you self-identify your gender, and what does that definition mean to you? Right now, I identify as female to male transgender. So kind of I identify as a trans man, trans guy, male, what have you. And what that means to me is that I was born with a female body, but I feel more comfortable identifying as male. A lot of people describe it as I was born in the wrong body or that kind of thing. But for me, I don't really feel like I was born in the wrong body. I feel like I was born to kind of figure all of this out, and just grow more comfortable with myself. And I feel like that's the main point of this transition, not to change who I am or change myself physically per se, anything like drastic or anything, but to find myself and to do what's right for me, I guess. So that's kind of what it kind of means to me. It's subject to change. Gender can change all the time. It's fluid. But right now I identify as a trans man. Second question, what pronouns honor you? He, his, and him pronouns honor me. Number 3, describe the style of clothing you most often wear. And right now I work a lot, so I wear a red polo and black pants because that's my work uniform. Usually comes with a hairnet, blue hat, and a blue apron, so not very stylish, but it's what I have to wear. When I'm not at work, I've started to get more clothes of the style that I like. The shirt's one of them. I really like plaid shirts, so the shirt makes me really happy. I kind of like polos. I got a few for observing classrooms, so I think I really like those. And then I really like weird pattern shirts. I like the shirts with the pockets, just usually the t-shirts. I have a few that are polka dotted, or I have a few plaid shirts that have the pocket, or just, I really like weird designs. I really want dress shirts that have a lot of weird designs on them too. So that's my kind of hope for my style. And then number 4, talk about your choices with body hair. How do you style your hair? Do you have facial hair? What do you choose to shave or choose not to shave? So how do I style my hair? It kind of changes. I like to do a lot of different things with my hair. Right now I tend to use a mix of gel and pomade to keep my bangs up and kind of swoop them to the side because they're kind of long. Sometimes I stick them straight up and I kind of do a faux hawk type thing, but most of the time it's like this. But I plan to get a haircut type thing. I want the sides shaved, the back shaved pretty short, and I want this a little longer. I think I want it bleached blonde and it to be like a faux hawk type thing, but that's for later. I just like mixing everything around with my hair. I really like my hair, I guess. Other than that, I don't have any facial hair. When I get on testosterone, if I get on testosterone, if that's right for me, then I think I'd be excited for facial hair, but I'm not quite sure. That's subject to change depending on what happens, I guess. Otherwise, I don't shave my legs, I don't shave my armpits. I really feel no need to. I feel more comfortable with hair in both areas. So, yeah, don't really shave anything. Question number 5, talk about cosmetics. Do you choose to wear makeup? Do you paint your nails? What type of soaps and perfumes do you use, if any? Never really liked makeup. I've always hated the feeling of anything on my face or anything. I don't even like wearing chapstick. So since I was really little, I refused to wear chapstick, which I guess is good because it has chemicals in it to where you keep using chapstick because your lips do keep getting chapped. Mine don't really get chapped to the point where like it bothers me at all, so I don't use it. I don't use makeup. I always hated makeup. As for nails, never painted my nails. I always found that my nails were kind of really awkward. They grow in like a very round manner, just like outwards everywhere. So it's just really awkward, and I keep them short because they're flimsy. So last time I painted my nails, one of my friends did it 2 years ago, and like right away I was scraping it off. I hated it. So yeah, there's that. Soaps and perfumes. Generally for my hair I use like a dandruff shampoo, usually Ocean Breeze or Green Apple is the scent. My dad just usually buys them when they're on sale or whatever. Body wash, right now I really just use what's in the shower. Right now there's Axe body wash in there, so I use that. Deodorant, my dad just bought me some new deodorant, like Degree for Men Extreme Blast is the scent. Used it for the first time today. It smells good. It's not overpowering, so I like it a lot. I don't wear any cologne or anything like that, so there's that. Number 6, have you experienced being misgendered? If so, how often? I experience getting misgendered all the time. Mainly it's at work because, recently I came out to everyone, so it's still really fresh for everyone. At work, I still have my name tag that says my birth name, so a lot of people read the birth name and then they say ma'am or miss. Sometimes my voice gives me away, so they'll say ma'am or miss or she, that kind of thing. My coworkers sometimes give me away because they're trying to transition from my birth name to Hayden, and from she pronouns to he, his, him pronouns. So sometimes they give it away. A lot of the time they do call me she. So yeah, there's that. It doesn't bother me most of the time, because it's kind of what I've been used to for the past 20 years. I was never really bothered with the pronouns, but I think sometimes it does start to bother me now because it feels like, people aren't trying, though I know they are trying to get the right pronouns. But I'm pretty patient with that. I know that that'll start to change and I'll be misgendered less and less, hopefully. 7, have you experienced dysphoria? How does it affect you? Yes, I do experience dysphoria. And it kind of comes in waves of sorts. And I can't really expect it. I could be totally fine, and then suddenly I'm just like, oh crap, what is this? I experience dysphoria with my chest, so I wear a binder most days for that. I didn't really experience that too much before. I was just thought that it was awkward what I had, but I kind of wrote that off. And then the minute I got a binder, I felt really comfortable in it, and so when I don't wear it, sometimes I feel dysphoric. I occasionally get a little bit of bottom dysphoria, but it's nothing big or anything. I get dysphoria a lot, I think, with the way people perceive me, the way, particularly like strength. I have coworkers who are like about 40 years old, and I'll go and try and take the trash out, and they'll be like, no, let me get it, the bags are way too heavy for you. And I know that I can lift the bags. It's not heavy at all, but they only stop the people they perceive as girls from taking the trash out. I've never seen them stop anyone else. So that kind of bothers me. Sometimes I get dysphoric when I'm helping my dad move things around. Like the other day I was helping him and my brother move some rocks, and I felt kind of dysphoric with the fact that they could move a lot bigger and heavier rocks than I could. So I get a lot of like strength dysphoria, I guess. Muscle dysphoria. I don't know how to phrase it. I get facial dysphoria sometimes where I'll look and I'll see like more feminine features, and it'll bother me. Those are just a few things. So yeah, I do experience dysphoria, and it affects me to certain degrees. Sometimes I just don't want to get out of bed. Sometimes it's something I can just write off and listen to music and it'll start to go away, or I can work it off. Number 8, talk about children. Are you interested in having children? Would you want to carry a child if that were an option for you? Do you want to be the primary caretaker of any children you may have? I believe I do want children. That's also subject to change. I feel like maybe 1 or 2 children would be nice. I would not want to carry a child if that is an option for me. I think before I wanted to only because I felt like I had to, but now I see adoption more and more as an option, and it's a good option. There's tons of kids out there who need homes, and why not be one of those people to give them a home? So, because a lot of people are worried about carrying on their genes and the bloodline and just blood being family, but blood doesn't technically make the family. You can be completely related to someone and not know anything about them and not ever know them. So adoption seems fine by me. By a primary caretaker, any children I might have, I take that as like, would I want them to be in my home and them to call me their parent? Yeah, I would. That would be ideal for me. Number 9, talk about money. Is it important to you to provide for a family financially if you choose to have one? Is it important to you that you earn more money than any partner you may have? Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? Are you comfortable when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? First off, I would like to provide for a family financially if I choose to have one. I just like to help with that. I don't want to just be a freeloader. I feel like not having a job or something and having my partner pay for everything. So yeah, I would like to provide financially for a family. Is it important to you that you earn more money than any partner you may have? No. If my partner has a much better paying job than I do, good for them. That's really great. As long as I love my job and they love their job, I'm cool with it. Do you prefer to pay for things like dates? I believe so with my experience. My main relationship was about a year long, and I paid for, I think, most of the dates, and I always bought her a bunch of gifts and stuff, and I really enjoyed kind of doing that. And my experience with dating a few guys, like just random dates here and there, I felt really uncomfortable with them paying for me and for them buying me anything. And I think maybe that was more of a because they saw me as a girl type thing. But just from my experience right now, I feel more comfortable paying for dates and that kind of thing. Are you comfortable with others when others pay for you or offer to pay for you? Not really. I mean, if someone really, really, really wants to pay for me, I'm not going to fully say no, but I often feel bad if they do. Like, I got a bunch of new clothes the other day, and I felt bad just because my parents bought them, even though they offered to do that. So sometimes I just feel bad for spending other people's money because my logic is, well, I already have clothes, even if it's not the clothes that I feel most comfortable in. I have clothes, so I don't need them. That's kind of it. I often don't even buy things for myself, mainly because I have to pay for tuition, and so all my money needs to go towards there. But even simple things like a shirt or a candy bar, I'll be like, well, I don't need it. And so I'll convince myself not to buy it. Most of the time. 10, anything else you want to share about your experience with gender? So far my experience with gender has been pretty crazy. I want anyone to know who might be questioning their gender that that's okay, that you don't have to confine yourself into a label. Like, I identify as a trans man. if you feel like you feel more comfortable identifying as a man and you're a woman, you don't have to identify as a trans man to do that. You don't have to identify as anything to transition into who you are. Don't let masculinity and femininity confine you. I've been told by plenty of people already that they're like, well, I know you want to transition into a guy, but I've seen you do plenty of feminine things, and I'd like you to know that. And it's like, so what? I mean, I'm transitioning into who I am. I'm showing everyone who I am physically, but who I've always been mentally. And I'm not going to change myself because it might make someone else uncomfortable that I identify as a trans man and I do a few more feminine things than most guys do. Because I'm not a guy. I don't identify as fully male because I'm not fully male. I identify as a trans man. I understand that I am biologically female and I feel comfortable identifying as male, and I am proud to be a transgender guy. So I feel no need to worry about, oh no, my hand gestures are too girly, or oh no, the way I sit is a little more girly sometimes, or what have you. I'm just me. Don't confine yourself into feminine and masculine boxes. Don't worry about what you do or how you move or what have you. Do what's comfortable for you. You don't have to change yourself because society says that guys are supposed to do this and girls are supposed to do this. Just be you. And if you're experiencing any dysphoria, just breathe. Listen to music, exercise. If it gets really bad, sleep it off. Wear your favorite clothes, take a bunch of selfies, just do whatever makes you happy and write about it, vlog about it. That's what I do. Make some paintings, whatever's best for you, because it's gonna be there. You're gonna have to deal with it, but you don't have to deal with it alone, and it doesn't have to be as hard as it can be. You're not alone in this, and if anyone watching this needs someone to talk to, reach out to me. I'll have my Tumblr link below, so send me a message. I'm happy to talk to anyone. And last thing, don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid of what everyone else tells you should be. Just be who you are. Because that's the best person you can be. And I love that person. So don't be afraid. Just let it out. Let out whoever you are and just be that person. I love you, and stay golden.